Sasa madem alipenda mrashi.
Kuna si nimekuambia some of them ni interaction.
So tunaweza sema ati hiyo mrashi ilikuwa love at first sight.
No, I didn't say that. So I think not really love at first sight, but as I said, it could have been
Fling.
Not really a fling, but
a fling, but you've met this person.
For some of these people, I think this was their first interaction with
White person.
a foreigner.
They were awestruck. Like
you'd say that, yes. You'd say that, yes. And this person speaking to them from a point of from a friendly angle, like they're not their boss or supervisor or like someone they're in charge of, like they're working with. So this randomness could have just also led to the follow-up activities.
Poverty ndio shida.
Poverty is the problem.
Yes, poverty is definitely poverty is the enemy. But then again, as we say, that guy is also sick. His point of entry to each of these vulnerable people is very questionable. Yeah.
Hiyo ni sawa, but now kwa point ya ati love, hawezi sema msali na mzungu siku moja akachizi.
No. So there's no love in this. There's no love in this conversation. Hakuna love kwa hii conversation.
But even in real sense, there's nothing called love.
Yes.
No. Who hurt you?
It's not about being hurt.
Unajua according to madam walikuwa wanataka get out of block.
Not really, not necessarily.
Ukiona foreigner what's nini?
Being awestruck is a reason for you to just ditch everything and
sasa aliona tu mzungu akaloa tu tunasema
kitu kama hiyo
kwa mwadhateleza all of a sudden.
Oh my god, hell no, not necessarily. Some of these people were just, probably it's the experience they were longing for. Curiosity is also a pretty messed up thing, Curious, this is a white man.
Mbona tuangalie hii story yote from a morality point of view?
We can.
Let's look at it. Because earlier nilikuwa nimekuuliza mzungu akikuja kukwambia come with me, utaenda naye? So ulisema hapana.
Yes, I wouldn't do.
Because
no, I wouldn't go with him.
Exactly, because umeset standards zako to a point of okay, for lack of a
interaction
better word,
of a certain level.
For lack of a better word, misi mchip hivo. Sindio? So umeset hiyo ndio standard. Like this is the bare minimum. You can't just ask me to come with you when it's stranger, alafu mimi nikufuate.
But again, there's something I say that I feel that video has been edited to a point where we are probably myopic in how this whole thing went down. And given that it was the I don't know where the point of leakage or the guy shared it himself. It's from a point of, I think, self-preservation. He is looking like the saint while painting everyone else in the video like the devil.
Well, okay, ndio hizo videos zimekuwa edited. But also ukiangalia ile design alikuwa anatake hizi videos alikuwa anatake na specs zake.
And I also feel like I'm highly suspecting this was also probably hidden videos. They are probably not. Of
course, they're hidden.
Yes. So that well, it takes me back to what I said. He hit them at the most vulnerable point. And humans, you will experience humans in the most weirdest of ways in their vulnerability.
Notwithstanding, lakini sasa tumetoa emotions kwa hii equation. We're not looking at this.
Someone taking advantage of your vulnerability has nothing to do with emotions.
Okay, listen to this part. Tumetoa emotions kwa history yote. Vulnerability or not. Tuko kwa a moral point of view.
Yes.
Wewe umejiwekea standards fulani ya kuwa mimi siwezi bebwa.
True.
Unacheki?
True.
So mse yote akikujia, akuwe mzungu, akuwe mse akona ganji, akuwe mse akoje, ushajisetia uwezi ni beba, right?
Yes.
And tumesema pia inaweza kwa poverty. Because huyu demo mwana, ni mzungu, mimi nataka kutoka kwa block. So, sasa nipatie shughuli yake haraka, anipatie yangu. Ikibamba, pengine anarudia, anipatie kabisa, pia mimi niondoke.
Oh my God. Do you guys share the same thoughts?
Yeah, but it's true.
I don't think so.
It is.
Okay, yes, there's an angle. Yes, there's an angle ya kutoka block.
Tunataka ku...
But kuna hiyo bit.
Tunakava hawa wasichana sana, tunasahau kuwa sasa adults who can make adult decisions.
Yeah.
Mwenye siku hizo mavideos kuna dem moja alisema mbona nikufuate? Si akakata akasema no.
But then again, how many of those are in that video? Just one.
Just one.
That's what I'm saying.
Which tells you if kwa demographic ya 100 people ukipata watu 99 wamekatwa masikio hivi, utajua hii pengine ni hii population is a trend. So kwa hii demographic ya watu 100 mmoja alisema no, wengine wakasema yes. So if you look at it from a morality point of view, they are lacking in terms of moral.
So I think this video has also exposed us as a society, as a community, as a people. Like there are certain, should I say, moral hurdles that people have had to get rid of just because, as we say, poverty is the enemy.
Exactly.
Yes, it exposes you to situations that leave you really questioning your choices or your decisions.
That's a bottom line, hawa watu wote wamekuwa nini? Tunawahitaji. Tuseme
I don't think we can classify all these women in one bracket.
No, listen. Instead of vulnerable, abuser, let's classify them as adults. Hakuna mse alifosiwa kufanya kitu hakuwa anataka. It was a willing buyer, a willing seller.
So you know,
he was very polite.
You guys know decision making on from a bias perspective, where I feel like I'm obligated to make that decision. It's not like I'm given all the choices.
You're not given
obligated. Are limited.
You're not. Mbona mimi nikitoka hapa nje nipatane na dem mwenye naona ni kama ananibamba na nimwambie come with me, atakata?
That depends. Kama yeye anataka kwenda, no, kama yeye anataka kwenda.
I depend na chochote.
No, ni mtu unajua ama hujui.
Si strange.
Oh, like a total stranger. Yes. No, then that's definitely a no.
So why
is it definitely?
But then again, it depends. What was that conversation?
Ama pale rangi pia inaingia.
That plays a role here as well. Definitely plays a big role of.
Akula mse alitake advantage ya mwingine.
The foreign card.
Ni mse tu
probably the monetary card as well.
Mimi niko na tabia mbaya. Pengine sidai aonza mzungu. Hii ni opportunity yangu.
Yeah, so I told you curiosity is also like probably they didn't know whatever the Russian guy says, come with me. You know, they could be like, come with me, let me show you a boutique, or come with me. Let's share lunch while you try to help me answer a few questions.
A boutique kwa nyumba.
Angalia hizi video, kama ule mama, kwa ndo mama watu ndio alinibo by the way. Huyu jamaa alimmeet kwa street akipeleka watu wake home. Akamwambia wewe unakaa fiti. Kuna namba yako, akampatia namba. Can I see you later? Yes.
Why not?
In the next,
video. I still feel there's a lot of editing on that video.
Whatever the case.
But yeah, that was pretty.
A very short period.
Hakumforce kuje. Unaona huyu mother amekuja, amechange dress, amevaa something sexier because she knows it's going down.
Sasa, now the other thing about probably this whole situation also exposed could be Russian guy pia alikuwa anaingia soko. Like unajua soko kuna watu wanauza, right? Alikuwa anaingia soko. There's that school of thought as well.
Mwenye alitolewa chacha alikuwa anauzia chacha.
No, nasema aliingia soko, yes, for quite a number of them, but then also aka mix na the other few people, so yeah, it's messed up, but yes, as I said, as a society it's really exposed us.
But based on this video zote mnafanya, alafu bado mnasema mapenzi iko shwari.
But mapenzi nayo iko, there's no
mapenzi hakuna. For men, we are telling you this from a man's point of view. Mapenzi yenye sisi wanaume tunapata ni mapenzi niko, it's tied to something.
Really?
Yes.
Especially money.
Are you
men are not loved unconditionally. They are
we
not.
Thought relations is a give and take kind of situation.
No.
Yes.
Men are not loved unconditionally.
No.
But tunapenda unconditionally ni mapaka na mambwa.
I think that's a wrong notion.
It is the truth.
It's not true.
It's not true love nowadays.
Oh my God. So you're trying
to say... It might be true love, yes, but it is conditional. Like, okay. Kisota by the... kuna kitu mimi nilijaribu in a previous relationship. Nilirudi tu home siku moja nimejam. Nikaulizwa nini mbaya? Nikaambiwa
umepitia.
Nimechujwa job. Nikaambia dem nimechujwa job. Hiyo siku alinihurumia. The next morning aliamka akaendelea na shughuli zake like miss the chujwa job.
What was she supposed to do?
I mean, mse mwenye nimesema nataka kukaa na yeye life yangu inafaa kae chini na mimi. So what's next? Ni kusaidiaje? Do you have money to take you to the end of the month? Can I chip in?
Are you serious? You're supposed to figure it out. You're supposed to figure it out.
Umeona sasa point yangu venye inakuja. Hakuna
let me tell you.
Wewe ndio mwanaume wewe jipange.
I feel like this we need to dispel this. You as a man, you have your responsibilities as a man, as a provider, and that is like the natural task bestowed upon you. Women are naturals,
Don't
they
lose your
had
train
a
of thought, but let me stop you right there. Because we're living in 2026. Hata ukue aje, mwanaume hata wewe ukue sonko aje. History ya kuwa provider kidogo ni uongo.
What do you mean?
Ni uongo, because look at it this way. Ndio hivi tax tunakuua. Salusa haitoshi mtu yoyote. Then angalia kuna black tax, kuna vitu ABCD. Angalia umepata mtu wako sasa, mmepatana naye, mnaishi naye pamoja. Huyu mse bado ako na expectations kwako. So unacheki, do yako haikutoshi. Yeye pengine ako na job lakini bado ako na expectations kwako. Anajua do yangu isipotosha, I can make a phone call. Wewe utapigia naye.
See, then you need to have structures as a man, as men. You need to have your own structures of survival strategies.
Hizo structures calculation ya do hakuna. Look at it this way.
Let me tell you, do you know?
Look at it this way. Angalia job market. Sai mademu wengi ndo HR ndo wako in positions of power, ndo CEO ndo nini on madem,
because they were willing to go the extra mile.
They were not willing to go the extra mile.
There was
a few years from approximately 15-20 years before, there was an initiative called the Girl Child.
True.
The Girl Child was empowered 196%.
True.
So they empowered this girl child and they forgot about the boy child.
But do you know the hurdles this girl child had to go to even just be able to play on a level playing field with the fellow, with
Tunaelewa.
They are equals, the men.
Tunaelewa. But right now, they are empowered, right?
Yes.
You get into a relationship with somebody that is working, maybe a woman. You're supposed to come. What do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table?
That should never even be a question in the first place to begin with.
And that's why I'm telling you. You see, you're just buying into the idea.
No, let me tell you. I will even take you back. I will take you back to the years of our grandfathers and our grandmothers.
You understand those times and these times are very different.
I know they're very different, but the game has remained the same. Nothing has changed.
It's
you guys who now want to change the game now.
Game will change.
I could change.
Acha nikuulize. Pengine sala yangu nikituka 70k niko na dema la anwa nchwani. Bayo mimi ndo provider wake.
Yes.
Ile siku itakatika.
Hiyo siku itakatika. You plan for it. You plan yourself.
Sasa nikwambie ile siku
relationship inakatika.
Ile siku kwenye mido yangu inakatika ndio hii relationship imeisha pia.
So let me also dispel one thing.
Kwenye funga tu time yenye dema anaanza kuona sasa kama ibunia.
No, but now let me tell you, the kind of relationship you also have with your partner, whether you're in a good place or a bad place, is what determines your support system when you're not grounded anymore.
Do you know women know how to pretend, and they will pretend for as long as they're getting what they want?
Trust me, you will have seen these things from the word go. You just decided to ignore them. And this works both ways, not just for women only, for men and women as well. You know this person, even when I'm getting to know someone, the things you know about them that will, set you off, and you'll be like, maybe it's just this time, yes. It happens for both partners. Your girlfriend or your boyfriend, you'll see those things, but because you ignore them and you're in love or whatever that feeling is, you let it go. Then when they show up later in the relationship, you start saying, I did not see this coming. It was there from the beginning. Okay, so if you deal with 2, 3, 4 people like that, it is safe to say that men are not loved unconditionally. Not really. So that's what I was telling you. The relation you have with this partner, let's say for example in this case the woman, the kind of relationship you have or build together as a couple will determine your support system when you're not on your feet. And I know we are all guilty of that, because if you have a supportive partner, when people enter into these partnerships, I think they never have this intention, like kila mtu ni kama nachukuingi mwenzake. Instead of, when you get into this partnership, play as a team. We are team players. We are working towards the same goal. If we work together, we build each other. If we don't,
hatukatai hiyo vitu yote. But me, I'll advise men like this: hang out with fellow men. build your circles around men, because mimi nitakuja niambia Slim ni aje bana, niko vibaya, mambo yangu haiendi, kuna saa utano hapo hivyo nichike kidogo nishughulike. Ita utano mimi nimekopa kwa Slim, ndio bayo narudi nayo kwa nyumba kushughulikia msee mwenye akona chwani na
but you see, I think once you are again, a lot of it, the one thing I think most partners don't talk about is financial, like what are your financial priorities, what are your spending, like let's have a financial conversation around our relationship. Yes, we love each other, we are compatible, but let's put our finances on the table and let's be honest with each other. Trust me, if I think you do that, you get to either support or comfort. I could be maybe a good saver and you're a bad spender. I could teach you a few things, you start rectifying a few things along the way, but we never even want to have that money conversation. There's always that assumption.
But how comes women, if they come in handy in supporting a man, pale mtadi madhara wengine naanza
naturally the man is supposed to be the provider. So when I start supporting, and sorry to say this, maybe it happens to other people, some it doesn't happen to, I start to feel like I am taking over the leadership role. Hey. Because you're supposed to be providing for me. So when I start providing for you, I feel like I am taking some power from you. So then I start to see you
interesting scenario.
As a fellow.
Dunstan Omari used to be a high school principal, the lawyer right now. The man quit his job. Wife yake akamlipia law school. He went through law school. He went through pupillage. He finished. He started practicing. In this today age, ni dem gani ata sacrifice salo yake kulipia anything? Ana tu kimeumana, landlord amekuhana.
I think let's not put this on
acha nikulipia hii alafu tani.
Let's not put this on agenda. Let's put this on a personality basis.
It is agenda because even that personality is gender based.
Even when you talk in terms of percentage, near few.
It's a one out of how many?
Yeah.
So the imbalance comes in when there is. Again, I think all this will go back to what relationship are you having with your partner?
That's
the foundation. Let me tell you, that's the foundation of everything. It will determine whether they support you fully.
Relationship yenye inakaa tu yenyewe ndio the one. Ujaikuwa nayo. Ujaikuwa nayo. Zimekuwa na vijakuwa.
Nazikuwa the one.
In fact, inadhanga fiti unashukuru Mungu God, thank you.
Because
thank you for giving me this person.
You're missing all the red flags.
Hakuna inakuanga. Wewe unataka kuniambia mseme kana wewe 13 sijui how many years then you're divorcing in the 14th year.
So now that's a whole different dynamic. Reason why? Do you notice that we change over time as humans?
Exactly.
And what I want today might not be the same thing I want in 2 or 3 years time. Do you know this phrase, watu sema, na we siku hizi umechange?
No,
I'm just, not that I'm supporting divorce.
Unaona penye unabai into narrative yangu ya wanaume hawapendi unconditionally. Wewe utafika mahali uboeke waambie wewe msewe ni aje ishie.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because
why would you do that?
Now nimechange. Nataka lifestyle different.
No, you guys don't. That you're now misquoting me. What I mean is when you change in terms of your desires are different, your plans are different. So usually the toughest part is transitioning involving your partner in that transition. If you don't, there will be like a discord because now you change, you become somebody else. They're still the same person. You start growing apart, another couple of years down the line, you start valuing something else that he doesn't see as important. Your values are already diverse. And now you get to a point where we cannot even agree on basic ideologies to run the house. So what turns out?
Before you figure your part, mulikuwa mna get along.
Yes.
Either ideologies
yes. So or not necessarily.
Whatever time mmechukua 4, 5 years, 17 mmekuwa na the same ideologies all through mkikuwa pamoja. Then inafika time yenye wewe kama dem perspective yako about life ina shift. Si ndio?
Yes.
Yako kama dem. Ya chali yako comfortable sasa anajua niko na huyu dem nimemzalisha watu. Hakuna kitu kingine tunafaa tufanye. As in alafu mjua men look at things as accomplishments. Nilitaka bibi nimepata, nilitaka watoi nimepata, nilitaka nyumba poa nimemaliza, nilitaka gari niko nayo, nimesettle. But sasa unajua dem anaanza ku think through vitu like emotionally, kile ina ile vitu zinambamba.
You always have to tag an emotion to the thought, because
anaona best yangu
validating.
best yangu akona
sijui
akona.
No, by the way, it usually has nothing to do. Let me tell you,
anafanya hivi juu ya nini na nini.
No, you know, these are assumptions because you people have never been women.
No, we've been with women.
I know you've been. So it's a third person discussion. It's not like a lived experience, right?
We've been with women. We've
Yes,
seen
that's what I'm saying. So
you see, you're just buying into the narrative still, because
story.
you as a female unafika mahali unaona umse ni bambi. So see, now this is a condition. Ndio niendelee kana umse inafaa twist life yake iingie venye mimi nataka. Umse yali gaya ku 50.
But let me tell you.
Gaya ku 50 ngapi? Ashamaliza vitu zenye alikuwa anataka kufanya na hii life. Wewe sasa ndio uko 40, unataka kumbe watu wanafanya. Kumbe wao wanaendanga maju. Kumbe watu wanafanya nini? Sasa unaanza kuweka expectations kwa msee mwenye alishamaliza lifestyle, alimaliza goals zake alisha achieve. Sasa unaanza kumweka expectations. Mkikatiana unaona hiki fala. Sasa ndio unaanza kuona ufala yake yote. Then that's what unapata mseme kana mtu in a relationship for how many years, then they are divorcing for nonsense.
So let me tell you, if you look hard and long at most of those situations, there's a trend. And probably the trend would be this woman wanted to do something at the point in time or before you met. And probably during your courtship, she even mentioned, these are things I would love to do. Like, you know, in life, I would love to travel. I would love to do ABCD. I would love. And they tell you, and when you're still, unasema munaingiza box, you're passionate about pursuing these things with them or for them, or letting them experience whatever it is they want to experience. And then along the way, life happens, yes. You miss out on, so maybe you end up doing what you want most, or what you see, you're planning, you're the head of the house, you're doing what needs to be done until you're 50. But then you have forgotten that there are things you had planned to do together sometimes. As they could be as simple as we had said, we will build at home by this time, you know. And along the way, as you lived, you had opportunities to do that, but you never took advantage of it. Now you're 50. You're now thinking, hey, I'm rushing to build. So, you know, some of these things, by the time the woman decides to leave, she actually left a long time ago. Before she physically left, yes.
Amekuwa kikapo
akifanya nini, akihope and pray that things change along the way, you know.
Alafu majua venye mademu ongea saa zingine muuliza, how do the same people expect to kae now?
You know, everybody has their own views and perspectives, right?
I know, but you see,
pick one that aligns with you, and that's the person you choose. I never understand why you would pick someone who has a different perspective from you and you expect them to change their perspective because they're with you.
Do you know why our fathers watu kitambo walikuwa wanachagua mama mwenye hana maneno? As in,
hana maneno was
yeah. View ilikuwa mimi nataka mtu ananilelea watoto aniwekee boma. Apige shughuli hapa.
So basically a natural.
Yes. Do you know why they chose those women? Because they knew hata fika mahali anze kunipatia pressure zenye hakuna. But now the modern day women wanaona si mimi nimesoma, mimi nahitaji life fulani. Sasa umse, alafu unajua it's sad but it's the truth. Utatumia majina mzuri kukava up, lakini wanaume tunakuanga special purpose vehicle.
What do you mean special?
I have met this man, maybe he has money, he can accommodate me for this period of time. As I find out what I want to do with my life, I might give him a few children.
But you speak like it happens on the women's side only. It also happens with the men.
But why are we speaking like this?
Even men men marry women for whatever reason. I am ready. I need to have a wife now, and they marry you, and you climb the ladder together. Then they get to a point and they're like, "You're not my type," you know.
Moja hiyo type inakuangaje? Hata hiyo story. Hata umefanya vizuri ukasema. Because mimi nikikatia
Pandora's box.
Mimi nikikatia udem tumeambiana. Alafu mjua by the men we plan shit. Tunakuambianga. maybe subtly uta get in the first place, lakini tumekuambia hey, na time fulani nataka nikuwa nimefanya kitu fulani, time fulani nataka nikuwa so nimekaa naye miaka 2-3 naona wewe uko tu hapa for the vibe like ile vitu nilikwambia nafaa tufanye au show interest. Sasa mimi nikisha achieve unaanza kuona hii ni mali yetu like we
now that's the other thing I normally say, communication. If you need someone supporting doing something, just say it. I need your help.
Man, why am I
I would want you to get hold. Do you know how many people get things done because they directly say this is what I need to be done?
This is another Pandora's box. Mimi niko na wewe tuko kwa relationship, mbona naji explain? Unacheki?
What do you mean, Bonona? Is that not explaining, communicating? I can't read your mind to know what you need.
It's not about reading my mind. This is why I say, sometimes unatakanga kuwa na msemo mwenye mnaweza share day yenyu venye imekaa. Kwa hiyo kushare day yangu, na kuambia, hey, ni aje job kumekuwa hivi, project yangu fulani imeflop, sijui nini. So, hii ni information na kupatia. Si eti tena lazima nikuja nikuambia, unajua, kazi haifanyi fiti. Unaweza kuwa na kachwani mahali nipige shughuli hivi. A supportive woman will listen to you talk or rant about your day, and then while she's doing her things she'll find a solution. Alafu akuja kwambia, baba ulikuwa umesema umekuwa mali fulani, naweza fanya hivi nikifanya hivi utakusort.
Oh my God, I don't think that's our role. We're supposed to be supportive partners. Yes, so supportive in the sense that when you're tensed and all that, I absorb all that. Feminine energy is supposed to be balancing and healing. This
is why men in 2026 are not going into those relationships.
No, you can't avoid to show up.
This is why men in 2026 are not going into those relationships that zinaka za kawaida.
What do you mean is za kawaida?
Like the
what's your kawaida kind of relationship?
Ati ile ati mmekuja pamoja wewe na bibi yako mnaishi pamoja, same household nini. You've seen guys like na Frankie just Jim it. Baby mama yake anijuko maisha yanaendelea. Look at hapa mali tuko. Unapata ngamsea ako na keja ni yake na ako na keja ni ya familia. So jamaa na show up tu. Because amejua nikikaa na udem tutakatiana.
But you know, this is a whole grown adult that you are not raised with.
Exactly. Umekaa na umse as in courtship, kwani mnaambia nanga nini?
You're supposed to get to know each other.
Exactly. Kwa hiyo courtship udem mwenye mnasema you're getting to know each other, she's understanding how your mind works, you're understanding how her mind works. Then when you come together, you're coming together as a unit
with you as the leader.
Yes. So okay, interesting. You as the leader, Ruto ametoka ameenda majuu, ameacha nani in charge? Ameacha deputy wake. Ngori kitokea Kenya sai atapigia Ruto amwambia wewe kumeingua.
It's the protocols, there guidelines on what should be done.
He will take charge. So mimi kwa nyumba mambo yangu haiendi fiti, nimeambia dem yangu ni aje mambo yangu haiendi fiti, alafu afanye nini? Si take charge.
Why? No.
Sasa umeona mbona tumesema
no.
Guys,
I won't give that burden to the women.
Yani,
charge why?
It's supposed to come through for you.
Just say, hold my back. I'm still here. I'm feeling tired. Just rub my back. When this moment is over, we get. Hey, unakunywa hakuna kupumzika. Ni kukunywa maji na kulamba glucose na tunaendelea. There's no
excuse. Alafu anakwambia msaidie za utano tena hapa mfanyie shughuli fulani.
Imagine umetoka kulalamikia demu yako, mazee mambo iende, alafu inafika weekend
nakwambia, but I don't believe.
Decided 3K and then tengeneza nini?
Hey, you're supposed to figure it out. You know,
so,
sometimes.
Okay, fine. Okay, mimi ndio mwanaume nafaa ni figure it out. Wewe uko hapo nimekuambia unanisaidia nini? Sasa kama uwezi nisaidia nafaa nini na wewe kwa life yangu? Usiishie.
Words of affirmation. Consolation. You know, someone once said, you know, we were saying things change and they still remain the same. I have a lot of respect for people who decide to stay home and, you know, take care of home as their partners work. Because as we say, this whole thing is a partnership that we all have to be playing an active role in it. So we can't be saying ati, nimekuja nimeleta shida na hakuna kitu na nini unanisaidia nayo. I'm just supposed to, maybe the most I can do is help you with thought.
No. Men are thinkers, natural born thinkers. Men are natural born solution makers. So
Exactly. So that's what we expect you to be doing.
But before you find a solution, at least you should have something to hold on to.
support.
And again, I've said the kind of relationship you build with your partner determines the kind of foundation you lay for your relationship. If you lay a good foundation, you'll have all the support you need. If you did not lay a good foundation, don't expect to be bouncing back on the rough foundation you laid.
Sometimes we do those things. We do all those things you're saying. We lay foundations and but in African time, and this is why me as a manga, all women are the same.
Ouch.
Yeah, they are.
Ouch. We can't put us in all in one
All
basket.
women are the same because why?
Every person is
They
their own
lack
individual.
memory. Women lack memory. Dem atakuwa anakupigia kila weekend. Nitumie 3k ya nails, unamtumia 5k na umetengeneza dinywele. Sijui nifanyie nini? Sina fare ya kwenda mahali fulani, unamlipia cab.
Last time nilitumia 5k, mbona ukupata?
Ile siku yenye hautatuma hiyo 5k, bro. Wewe kwenda huko, wewe ni useless, hata kuna kitu unanifanyianga na ni siku moja.
I will choose not to comment.
Don't, because it's the truth.
I highly for someone to
Bro, si imekufanyikia hivyo?
Mimi imenifanyikia.
Mara ngapi? Mara ngapi?
Mpaka mimi imenifanyikia in a way that there's a time I was expecting someone then nikakuja late, so I didn't send that money on time. Kwa ya shughulia with mama issues. She was like, tell those women of yours in Turkana you also have a family here.
God. Oh my God. But you see, as I've said,
umejituma huko nje,
how you also relay the information plays a huge role in how it is taken.
Hakuna. Mimi siwezi kuja kusugarcoat shida zangu ati nimefanywa sijui hivi na hivi ndo maana siwezi tuma. Dem already asha set mind yake, umsana kuangana doni mimi amenyenyima.
Mimi mwenyewe niliambiwa hivyo.
I'll choose not to comment again.
Uko tu na pesa
kufanya shughuli zako.
Uko na pesa kufanya shughuli zako,
alafu zangu ndo neka za mwisho.
Ni hivyo iko. And this man here
choose not to comment because
hakuna mwanaume hapa
I'm not so sure we are ready to have this conversation.
We are having it. Hakuna mwanaume hapa anaongea sijui out of emotions Kenya alifanya.
But do you know humans are also creatures of habits, right?
Yeah.
You do something long enough, it becomes expected.
But why would you put like expectations so high?
Most times it's not even, it's that we put what?
Expectations. Unaziweka huko juu.
Si kila mtu achague tu expectations anaweza meet na akae tu na expectations.
Moja mambo change.
True.
Kama sasa hii hakuna ganji. Wewe umekuwa unaishi na mtu wako, umekuwa pengine expenditure kitu ka 20k per month. Sasa unaambia mtu wako ni aje ndio tumefanya tumeke 10. Anaanza kuuliza, "Kwa nini?"
As I said, we are always expecting you to have solutions.
Okay.
The solution to
hiyo story rahisi. Solution yangu ni nini? Sasa nyinyi mko na expectations, si ndio? Hamtaki kusikia mimi nikifinyika, hamtaki kuona kama mimi ni. Sasa nyinyi mka hivyo.
So we've always believed.
Ladies even care about men's feelings.
Let me tell you, what do you mean? Do men actually have feelings? I'm just asking. They never talk about it. They never express it.
Imagine mimi nakuja kuambia shida zangu alafu naambia
as in tutadu. Yeah. Tutadu.
Nitakuja nikwambie kesho. Na kama all you have to offer is something.
The only things we want to be hearing are just answers, solutions.
Slim ni aje?
And maybe we can clap for you when you go through a hurdle.
Basi lo babi. Kijani. Niko hivi na Slim sukam. Tunapatana hivi. When men meet men, we talk about our problems and laugh about them and still get solutions within the same thing. Lakini nikiambia dem shida zangu, nitaanza kuregret mbona nilimcho. Because now anaanza nifikirie shida zangu, nifikirie zake, nifikirie zetu pamoja, nifikirie mali nitatoa doya kusort hizi shida zote.
Yeah, usually let me tell you,
ningekana my boys wangenicheka kwanza.
Usually kwanza, if I am with you, I don't even have a brain. You have a brain for the both of us.
Acha ikae bro.
You're supposed to be thinking for both of us.
Kama hivyo ndio iko acha ikae because it's too much work.
No, but you just have to if you actually want to experience your relationship fully, you have to also show up fully.
This is for the man or for the woman?
Everybody, especially the men. You have to show up fully. You can't show up halfway and expect to be accepted fully.
Ni hivyo tumemaliza, kuna story nyingine hapa.
Mimi ndio wenyewe kwa ndoa nasikianga mazee.